Keanu Reeves, the sad but inspiring life of Hollywood's most humble superstar, full success story. In a world where fame often leads to ego, extravagance, and scandal, there's one man who has remained grounded, kind, and deeply human, Keanu Reeves. Best known for his roles in The Matrix, John Wick, and Speed, Keanu has won the hearts of millions. Not just with his acting, but with his soul. But behind that soft smile and humble demeanor lies a life filled with pain, loss, and unimaginable tragedy. Today, we bring you the incredible, real-life success story of Keanu Reeves, a man who rose from a broken past, endured great sorrow, and still chose kindness. Early life and childhood struggles. Keanu Charles Reeves was born on September 2, 1964, in Beirut, Lebanon. His mother, Patricia, was an English costume designer, and his father, Samuel Reeves, was a geologist of Hawaiian, Chinese, English, and Irish descent. Keanu's name means, cool breeze over the mountains, in Hawaiian, an image that, in many ways, would come to reflect his personality. But his childhood was anything but breezy. When Keanu was just 3 years old, his father abandoned the family. After the divorce, his mother moved them first to Sydney, then New York City, and finally settled in Toronto, Canada. Keanu's father would disappear from his life almost entirely, only resurfacing later in headlines as a man who struggled with drug addiction and criminal charges. Life in Toronto was filled with instability. Keanu attended 4 different high schools, was dyslexic, and struggled academically. But there was one constant: his love for performance. He excelled in drama and ice hockey, earning the nickname, The Wall, as a goalkeeper. Acting, however, would become his true calling. Breaking into Hollywood. Keanu's journey into acting began with small roles in commercials and local theater productions in Canada. His big break came when he landed a role in the 1986 film River's Edge, a dark coming-of-age drama that caught the attention of critics. But it was the 1989 comedy Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure that made Keanu a household name. As Ted, Theodore, Logan, Keanu brought a goofy charm that audiences adored. The film was a surprise hit, and Keanu became one of Hollywood's most sought-after young actors. Throughout the early 90s, he took on a variety of roles, showing his range in films like Point Break, My Own Private Idaho, and Bram Stoker's Dracula. Then, in 1994, he became a full-blown action star with Speed, alongside Sandra Bullock. The film was a box office smash. But even at the height of his fame, Keanu was different. He turned down massive paychecks, avoided the Hollywood party scene, and still took public transport. Fame had not changed him. The Matrix and global stardom. In 1999, Keanu Reeves starred in what would become one of the most iconic science fiction films of all time, The Matrix. As Neo, a hacker-turned-hero in a dystopian digital world, Keanu became a global phenomenon. The Matrix wasn't just a commercial success, it was a cultural reset. The film's philosophical themes, groundbreaking visual effects, and Keanu's stoic yet emotional performance made it legendary. What many people don't know is that Keanu gave away millions from his paycheck to the film's special effects and costume teams. He believed they were the unsung heroes behind the film's success. Reports suggest he forfeited over $70 million of his back-end profits across the Matrix trilogy to reward the crew. That's who Keanu was, and still is. Personal tragedy. But as his career soared, Keanu's personal life descended into heartbreaking tragedy. In the late 1990s, Keanu met Jennifer Syme, a young actress and assistant. The two fell deeply in love, and in 1999, they were expecting their first child. But 8 months into the pregnancy, tragedy struck. Their daughter, Ava Archer Syme Reeves, was stillborn. The grief tore the couple apart. Just 18 months later, another blow. Jennifer Syme died in a car accident after attending a party at Marilyn Manson's house. She was only 28. Keanu was devastated. In a rare interview, he admitted, "Grief changes shape, but it never ends." He retreated from the spotlight and dealt with his pain privately. At the same time, his sister, Kim, was fighting leukemia, a battle she would wage for over a decade. Keanu quietly supported her through it all, even pausing his career and funding her treatment. Thankfully, Kim would later go into remission. Comeback and John Wick. After years of smaller roles and independent films, many wondered if Keanu's days as a box office star were over. But in 2014, he made an explosive return in John Wick, a stylized, high-octane action film about a retired hitman seeking vengeance for his dog, a final gift from his late wife. The role resonated with Keanu's real-life pain and loss. His performance was intense, emotional, and deeply human. Audiences and critics fell in love with him all over again. John Wick became a franchise, with sequels that only got better. Keanu trained for months in martial arts, weapons handling, and stunts, many of which he performed himself. Once again, he was at the top of his game. The humble hero. What truly sets Keanu apart isn't just his talent, it's his humility. Stories of his kindness are legendary. He gives up his seat on the subway. He waits in the rain with fans. He quietly donates to children's hospitals and cancer research. He's gifted motorcycles to stunt teams, bought ice cream to sign autographs, and lived in hotels for years to avoid extravagance. When asked about being lonely, Keanu once said, "You know, I'm the kind of guy who likes to be alone. But I also love people." His life is a study in empathy and endurance. Despite the pain he's endured, he never became bitter. He chose love, compassion, and quiet strength. In a world obsessed with image and status, Keanu simply lives, with gratitude and grace. Current life and legacy. Today, Keanu Reeves continues to act, produce, and even write. He co-founded a publishing company and released a graphic novel series titled Berserk. He's also returned to the Matrix universe with The Matrix Resurrections, and more John Wick installments have expanded his fanbase to an entirely new generation. He's become a pop culture icon, not because he's flashy, but because he's real. Memes like, "Sad Keanu," only added to his legend, but in truth, he's anything but sad. He's resilient. And maybe that's the lesson. Life doesn't always go the way we want. There will be pain, heartbreak, and darkness. But as Keanu Reeves shows us, you can survive it. You can still be kind. And you can still find purpose. Outro. Keanu Reeves' story isn't just a tale of Hollywood success. It's a reminder of what it means to be human. In the face of loss, he chose to love. In the face of pain, he chose to grow. And in a world full of noise, he chose quiet dignity. He is, without question, one of the most inspiring celebrities of our time. Thank you for watching this in-depth success story of Keanu Reeves. If this touched you, inspired you, or gave you a new perspective, please consider liking the video, sharing it with a friend, and subscribing for more powerful real-life stories.